Arborists require some special knowledge of conifers and an understanding of their biology to prune them effectively. Palm pruning is included in this section because palms are significantly different from most trees and require special skills to prune. Sometimes pruning is conducted to create special aesthetic effects. These special effects can be created through the careful training of young and older trees. Some species are more conducive to specialty pruning than others. Most specialty pruning requires skill and patience to perfect and is extremely labor-intensive to maintain. Few conifers have the capability to produce new shoots on old wood. Because of this, severe branch reduction should usually be avoided. Thinning is rarely necessary on conifers, although crown cleaning, especially to remove dead branches, may be desired. The most common type of pruning on large conifers is raising the canopy. Though most species are tolerant of this, arborists should avoid creating a high canopy sail that would make the tree prone to uprooting. Most conifers naturally have an excurrent growth habit, meaning they tend toward a pyramidal habit with a strong central leader. Structural pruning to develop a strong system of scaffold branches is rarely needed. Sometimes conifers will develop a second leader. It is best to remove one of the competing leaders when the tree is young to avoid the development of codominant stems, which could become a potential hazard. Palm pruning should be performed when fronds, flowers, fruit, or loose petioles may create a dangerous condition. Palms can be pruned for aesthetic reasons as well. It is preferable not to remove live, healthy fronds because palms do not produce leaves as readily as many other trees. If they must be removed, however, avoid removing fronds that initiate at an angle of 45 degrees or greater above horizontal. In fact, many palm experts discourage removal of fronds that initiate anywhere above horizontal. Fronds removed should be severed close to the petiole base without damaging living trunk tissue. Pollarding is a training system that involves severe heading the first year and sprout removal annually or every few years thereafter to keep large growing trees to a modest size or to maintain a formal appearance. Because of the abundance of sprouts that a tree produces in this process, it is thought that the technique was used to generate shoots for fuel, shelter, and various products. The pollarding process should be started when the tree is young. It is not an effective technique on every species of tree as it requires the production of large callus knob. Espalier is a combination of cutting and training branches that are oriented in one plane. Usually, this technique utilizes the support of a wall, fence, or trellis, but not always. The pattern can be simple or complex, formal or informal. This technique has been used for centuries in Europe on fruit trees where space was often extremely limited. Pollarding and espalier are techniques that date back many centuries and were once widely used throughout Europe.
Some techniques of tree pruning can be used to produce unique results. Pollarding is a training system started on young, large-growing deciduous trees that are then severely reduced annually, or every few years, to hold them to modest size, or to give them and the landscape a formal appearance. Espalier pruning is a combination of cutting and training branches which are oriented in one plane, formally or informally arranged, and usually supported by being tied to a wall, fence, or trellis.